What's going on YouTube? Taylor Prentice back here with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the week 5 drop list for Palace's spring collection. So this is set to drop Thursday, March 2nd. At the beginning of the video I think I said that this stuff drops Thursday. It definitely drops Friday, March 3rd. So if I said March 2nd, I'm sorry about that. And I actually think this week is really solid. There's definitely a couple pieces that I would love to have in my wardrobe, but I am picking up one of the Supreme pieces for this week, and I'm also going to Chicago this weekend, so we'll see how I end up spending my money. But there's one piece that we'll get to in this video that I really want. So with that being said, I do drop streetwear videos 2 to 3 times a week, covering stuff like Palace, Supreme, Kith, Babe drops, all that. So if you guys don't want to miss out on any streetwear drops, make sure to like and subscribe for me. But anyways, getting into these pieces. So the main 2 themes for this week is this Panther vibe, and then we also have some lace stuff. We'll get into the lace stuff a little bit later, but here at the beginning we've got 2 of the Panther pieces. So as you guys can see here, we have the typical just Palace logo, but inside the P we have this Panther head sticking out. And then on the back of these hoodies we have the Palace logo again, just with that Panther logo blown up underneath it. So I like the Panther logo. I just don't really love this color combination. I feel like the black and blue looks a little weird on the pink, but there are other color options too. So yeah, I don't know. I just wish they chose a different color for the blue in that for some reason. The heather gray one's alright, but yeah, like I said, I just wish that they chose a different color for the logo itself. But regardless, I still think this design is pretty nice, and I don't really feel too strongly either way on this piece. Here we have a coach's jacket, and I think this logo lends itself a lot better to a coach's jacket. As you guys can see here, it's fleece lined, so it's going to be pretty warm for what it is, and I would imagine that this will be water resistant. I wouldn't say like waterproof, but it'll probably shed off some water. And then here on the back we have that Palace logo with the Panther inside the P again. So yeah, like I said, I think this works a lot better on a coach's jacket than a hoodie, and I think this white one especially is super clean. And then I think we just have a black one as well. So yeah, I think coach's jackets a lot of times can be really clean, and I thought these ones were executed pretty well. And the silhouette is nothing crazy. There's actually not really too many details going on. Really just a basic coach's jacket with those logos on it. But like I said, I just think those logos worked a lot better here than they did on that hoodie. Here we have what is one of my favorite pieces from this Palace season, and it's the script jeans. So these are very reminiscent of like Babe jeans from back in the day, or well, I guess Babe still makes those jeans, but like even like BBC type jeans too. So yeah, I really like this look. Anything like across the crotch or like across the butt writing wise, I usually end up liking, so that's why I like this look. And it's coming in I think 3 colorways, there might be 4. So we've got the dark wash with the yellow text, we have this lighter wash or like a stone wash with the white text, and then we have a white pair with orange text, and then I think we have a black pair. Oh no, okay, so I'm tripping. There is only 3 colorways. I think the white ones with the orange text are probably my favorite. I think that just looks crazy clean, but I would wear all of these for sure. Definitely a really solid piece. They nailed it with this one, even though it's like pretty basic piece. I really like this one. And here we have what is my favorite piece of the week. So it's just a lace button up shirt. It's got the Palace branding there on the pocket on the left chest. It's got the double pockets there on the chest, but this piece is just beautiful. I really like this green colorway. I also really like this white colorway. I'm like torn on which one I would go for, because I really like both of them. And then the black one is sick as well. So yeah, I really like this piece. I'm not sure how I would feel about wearing something lace. Like, I guess I would just wear a white t-shirt under it, but I've never owned a t-shirt or a shirt like this, so it would be an interesting addition to the wardrobe. But in terms of how it looks, I love it. Yeah, so I'm really excited about this piece, and am on the borderline of making this my first Palace pickup. So yeah, I don't know. If I end up picking it up, there will definitely be a video on it. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to do some number crunching on how I'm gonna spend my money for this weekend. I wish it was dropping like next week, so after I'd gone to Chicago, I knew how much money I was going to spend there, but who knows, I'm sure it'll all work out. Anyways, here we have the Jungle Camo Triferg, so it's just a camo Triferg. I think this is actually pretty cool. I think some of the color combinations they've done here are really sick. That purple one was not my favorite. We got this like more like tropical type of one. They call it mellow yellow. But I just like how they've done the camo in the Triferg. I think they've executed it very well. The camo is like very fitting, and the color options on a lot of these are pretty solid. So I think this like white and like traditional camo one is really cool. It would be cool to see this in like a Babe collab. That would be crazy. But yeah, there's a lot of options for this one, so plenty of choices if you guys are feeling this camo Triferg. Here we have a, it's called basically a crew. I don't really like this one. I just don't, I don't really love this logo here. It's just a typical Palace logo. It has a blue line and a red line above and below it. Yeah, I don't know. It's not bad, obviously, because it's just not doing too much, but I just don't really like it. And the colors for these were just like kind of underwhelming. I felt like, yeah, this piece was kind of a miss for me, to be honest. And then we were getting into some t-shirts here. So this is the From the Beginning to the End t-shirt. Yeah, I don't know. This artwork is just kind of like whatever for me. I don't know if this is like a specific reference to something. Obviously, we've got little kids up to like old people. It's just kind of like the circle of life type of thing. I like the texture on the wording logo there. I think that was a nice detail, but overall, I just don't really care for this artwork. It does come in like a bunch of different colors, which is nice, but yeah, the artwork itself was not really doing it for me on that piece. Then we have this Palace Shopper hoodie, or Palace Shopper t-shirt, and I'm not sure if this is a specific reference to another logo or something, but it definitely gives me like Reese's vibes, and for that reason I kind of like it. I'm not sure if this face is like reminiscent of something. It does look like he's like smoking a joint too, or like a ciggy, so that's kind of a funny little detail. But I like this one a lot more than the last t-shirt. Still though, it's not really a piece that I would go out of my way to pick up, but yeah, I thought this one was pretty cool. I just like that color combination, and yeah, it definitely gives me Reese's vibes. Here we have the Spud t-shirt. This one's alright. I don't love it, but I definitely am leaning more towards the side of liking it. So it's just a dude wearing a bunch of rings that spells out Palace. So the first three is just P-A-L, and then the last one says Ace, which obviously if you combine, it says Palace. I think it was an interesting idea for a shirt. I like the use of the rings. I think having like each ring be individually unique was a nice detail rather than having like the same ring that just says P-A-L. So yeah, I appreciate that, and I'm not sure if this image was like done practically or if this was made in Photoshop, but if this was like made in Photoshop and not done practically, they did a really good job with that. So yeah, this shirt's pretty good in my opinion. It's still not something I would grab though. And then we have a lace bucket hat. So yeah, you guys probably could tell that I was gonna like this just because I liked the lace shirt so much. I would love to have both of these in the collection. That'd be like a crazy combo. I think I would probably go with a black or a green here because I would just be afraid that the white one would get super dirty. But yeah, these are super bangers. I really like the look of these hats. You're not getting as much of the lace vibe with the black one, at least in the pictures, just because it's like harder to see through. But I think once you get it in person, it would translate a lot better than it is through the images. But yeah, this lace work is just really beautiful, and I'm a big fan of it. And then the last thing we have here is another part of that Panther collection. We've got just the Panther P hat coming in. I don't know how many colorways actually, I haven't seen yet. So we've got a purple, an orange, a gray marl, and then a black. So yeah, again, just that logo is like alright. I really don't like this gray marl. I wish it was just like a flat gray. But yeah, not really something I would wear. Just depends on really if you like that logo or not. And I do like it. Like I said, I think it works a little bit better on that Coach's jacket, but it's not something that I would want to have on like a bunch of pieces. I would much rather have the lace pieces from this week. So those definitely get the dub for this week. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
But yeah, I think the Lay stuff is definitely the highlight of this week. And yeah, it was a pretty solid week. Last week was not the best, so it was nice to see them have a pretty solid week after that. And the Supreme week is actually pretty solid this week too. So if you guys haven't seen my video for that, make sure to go check it out. It just dropped yesterday, but that stuff all obviously comes out this Friday or this Thursday. At the beginning of the video, I think I said that this stuff drops Thursday. It definitely drops Friday, March 3rd. So if I said March 2nd, I'm sorry about that. But anyways, yeah, enough rambling. Thank you guys so much if you have made it to this point in this video, and we will see you next time. Have a good one.